going live in, I guess, 5. Hey guys, Tank here. Welcome everybody to RC Talk, another session of RC Talk on YouTube live. Tonight we're going to talk a little bit about Proline, a little bit about FPV, a bunch of different subjects. It's open mic tonight, so we can talk anything RC related, Brad. Anything RC related, Brad. Did you get that, Brad?
Yes, I got that, Frank.
Okay. So we don't talk about mechanic, Toyota, Honda, or whatever. And since we have Tamiya Tuesday, we're not allowed to talk about Tamiya.
Oh, is that going to be a new rule?
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just toying with you. I'm just toying with you. Waiting for some people to come in the chat. Let's go to the video.
KBRC 13's here. We're going to be in here. Hello, before you even get in here.
Yeah, Brad is very quick on selling hello to people. Even
Hey, came in right after I said it, so he got me right away. The weather good? They're good by you?
Hot, man. 100, 101.
That's it?
Yeah, that's about it.
That's an average day in Arizona.
Yeah, it's average in Texas.
Yeah.
We hit 118 today.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, but we're going to be getting bad storms tomorrow. They say gusts up to 70 miles an hour, possibly. That's terrible. That's hurricane force.
Oh yeah.
Yes, that's our hurricane 1 force winds.
Well,
rock and rolling if you live in a trailer.
at least KBRC has green hair tonight, which is going to differential him and me together. So
I hope so.
Why is
people
your hair
don't say
green?
we look alike.
Always wanted a green mohawk.
There you go.
It's not a light side, a very light green.
Didn't do too good on the top, but the back is dark.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, I
Hey,
dyed the front 3 or 4 times. It didn't get dark.
Spin Rush RC, how are you doing?
Oh, he's in already?
He's in the chat.
Oh, I thought he was in the video soon.
I did send him an email.
Hello, Spin Rush.
If anybody wants an invite, just send me an email at thetankrc@gmail.com and I'll send you a quick invite.
I had a heck of a time with my Stampede this week.
Oh yeah? What's your problem?
Well, I upgraded it to the I forgot the castle. Let me go get what I upgraded it to.
Oh my God, that thing's gonna wheelie like a madman.
Oh, it's just wait a minute, guys. I'll be back.
It only wheelies normally. Even on a stock, it wheelies like crazy.
It depends on which castle creation he put. Like if he put a small KV, it won't wheelie.
I've tested a Stampede, and it wheelies pretty much every time you lay in the throttle, or even a little bit in the throttle.
That's true.
That's just stock.
Stampedes do wheelie a lot, so.
Yeah.
Can't imagine it even putting its 2 front tires down with that thing in it.
Mm-hmm.
It's because all the weight's in the back on them.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying. I mean,
looks like RC Basherboard got the Kyosho Madvan, the brushless edition.
Nice.
Both versions.
He's got both now, yeah.
Both of them are very good vehicles. Doesn't matter the stock, or the brushed or the brushless. They're both very good vehicles.
Yep.
Your mic is off. Oh.
Now it's on. Stupid mic.
Oh yeah.
I went to the hobby shop and I said I want to upgrade my Stampede, so they gave me a Castle Sidewinder 3 with the 5500 kV.
Okay.
55, 57.
57.
Yeah.
I put it all in there. Didn't work. Well, I only run nickel metal. It didn't work. I called up Castle. They said, well, you got to do all this stuff. So I did all this stuff. And the guys at Castle said, that motor's going to just burn right up, man. And I'm like, what? He goes, yeah, it's not made for 4-wheel drive Stampede. And I said, well, I said, well, we got it all fixed up to nickel metal. So I drove it for 4 minutes, shut right down. Did it again, shut right down. So I went back to the hobby shop and I said, you guys gave me the wrong one. It was too much, not enough power. Motor was too small. So then they didn't have the right one at that hobby shop. So I had to go back to another hobby shop and I got the 3800 kV. And I just put that on.
Yeah, you do have to be careful because just because it says it's a slash and you can put on the slash, you do have to be careful if it's a 4x4
4-wheel drive, yeah.
or
Hello,
a
Josh.
2-wheel drive.
I don't know anything about what KV means or anything like that. So I was just going by the hobby shop.
Okay, each volt is if it's like a 3800 kV, that's at 1 volt. This is how I understand it. That's 1 volt. Now you multiply that by 7 or higher, you times that number by those numbers, and that's what you get in RPM. That's how KV works.
Yeah.
I always go by the KV to turn conversion chart so I can see what it is about equivalent to, so I can get a better idea that way.
Well, that's how I was told that if it's like a 3800 kV at 1 volt, times that by 7.4, and then you take the 3800, and that's what you got in RPM.
Now, that still doesn't always give you the best info for different chassis, depending on what you're trying to do.
It's all about the weight of the vehicle.
Yeah, it does. The RPMs of the motor and all doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
I
usually just go KV versus turn, and then I find this chart.
Yeah, the Castle said the more the vehicle weighs, the lower the KV you should run.
Yeah.
See, I got a chart on the back of my box for my brushed one.
Man. So basically, one thing you got to worry about also is your ESC versus the motor and how much it weighs and all that. Yes. So you do have to, like, the higher this is, the slower it's going to be. So you just look at these numbers. But one thing you got to worry about also, which is not right, is the bigger the can, the KV is not the same. So it's relevant to the motor size. Or 40 motor or 550 motor. A 550 motor with a lower KVs might be faster than a higher KV in a 540 and so on. So you do have to be careful.
So when he was I got the Sidewinder 14 series. It came all together.
Okay.
And I just
is it the one with the 1/8 shaft for the?
No, it's got the bigger shaft. I had to get a different spur gear too.
Okay. Yeah. So if you did get that, if you did get a bigger pinion for it, then you did get the 1/8 shaft.
That means it would also be.
I mean, pinion gear, not spur gear. I'm sorry.
That means the shaft of the motor is slower because it's a heavier shaft. The stator in there would be bigger, heavier,
the
because
shaft of it's beefier. That's all. It has bigger bearings. That's about it.
It's just beefier. The size of the shaft doesn't matter because it's the size of the magnet inside, and the shaft can be whatever size it wants.
Yep.
When I've seen the inside of one of those motors, it almost looks like it's a semiconductor or a superconductor, because it kind of looks like it's hovering in there.
Thomas Donnie Jr. says my slash is 2600 kV 6S, and it's fun. Cool.
So then I go to the I said, well, do I need a fan for my electronic speed control? He goes, yeah, I'll get you one. So he gets me one. He's like, don't plug it in here. It'll automatically plug into the electronic speed control. So I said, okay. I put it all on and everything. And my wife's reading it, says, includes a free fan. And I'm like, well, I didn't know what the fan looked like at all on top of it. And then I opened up the one the hobby shop gave me, and they gave me one for the motor. And I'm like, well, this looks just like the thing on top of the electronic speed control. So it included a free fan on this box too.
Well,
I had to go back to the I had to go back to the hobby shop and get my money back for the, no, I didn't put it on the motor.
I'd put them on each, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I would have it on each.
Well,
Yeah.
your Sidewinder is going to run what, up to 3S? I think at 3S you
Yeah.
can put on the Sidewinder.
Yeah, but I don't run lipos, so
Yeah, if you
Yeah.
run lipos and 3S, yes, put a fan.
put on a fan. I was just I was going to get some of them air induction. I mean, the aluminum things that make
Oh,
the heat go out.
Cooling fins.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you just run regular NIMS on there, you should not have any problem with heat.
Yeah. I know it leaves rubber on my front porch though. Yeah, just
How's it
drove
going,
just a little
everybody?
bit.
Hello.
RC Reactivated is there. Kevin Gibbs is there. Thomas Downey Jr. Nitro Freaks is there.
Nitro Freaks. That cracks me up.
There's a
Hey,
bunch of
Tank,
guys
you want to
there.
take my son's name off for me?
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, I
forgot
can
your
take your
name's not
son's
Josh.
name off.
Hello, TJ Williams, meaning Spin Rush.
There, I just renamed you.
Not Josh Sweeney. The last name's
Josh
right.
Sweeney.
The last name's right, isn't it? The last name is right.
There. That
Thanks,
must be
buddy.
better. And we have
Hey.
Spin Rush with us.
He'll be here, what, a half hour because it's lunchtime?
Yep.
Good afternoon, gentlemen. How are you guys doing today?
He's got to
It's
get
good to
his
have you
RC
here.
addiction thing going on here.
It's always a pleasure to have you in here, Spin Rush.
Good to see you. So I invited a friend of mine. His name is Tony Suggs, and he has been living here in Japan for over 20 years, and he's been in the RC community. He's actually very, very popular in the RC community here. And I suggested to him that, hey, come on in and join this panel, because you can speak a lot more about RC here in Japan than I can, because I've only been in this for like 2 years, but Tony, he has over 20, 25 years of RC experience. This is his life. So if you don't mind, I passed along the link to him, and
That's
I
good.
said, hey, come on in and talk.
More
to
the
you
merrier.
guys.
More the merrier.
I think I might.
And,
Does he have a YouTube channel?
Unfortunately, not at this moment. I'm the
No.
only one with an RC channel, but just his experience, his knowledge of the RC industry here in Japan. I mean, yes, he has something valuable to say. So,
And he speaks fluent Japanese.
I don't know. We've never compared each other's levels. Yeah. Oh, by the way, congratulations on the Tamiya Tuesday. I watched part of that. I got
Thank
to
you.
watch at least the first part, and I thought it was a really great video. So I just wanted to put that out there right away.
All right.
Thank you.
We'd love to educate you in all vehicles known in the hobby.
Yes. Now I know what to look for next time I go to the Tamiya Museum.
That's true.
I got one more question, guys. Do I need a new receiver cover? Because now I've been taking the stupid receiver cover off back and forth. The screws are not tight, and I go through water a lot.
Okay.
I
Well,
stripped them.
do you have
Yeah,
CA
just as
glue
obvious.
or even
I got shoe glue and caulk and all that stuff. Yeah.
You could also, you could also get conforming liquid. You can buy that online for like $12 or $14, a little bottle. And that
Okay, you put that around the bolt and screw it in there?
No. You put it on the
No.
circuit board. You put it on the circuit board. You take it out.
Oh,
You
put it
open
yeah.
on
the
the
case
circuit
up in
board.
your receiver.
Yeah,
Here it is right here.
Okay.
so one thing
that's
you
your
can,
best bet to do. That'll definitely make sure you're waterproof there.
one thing you can do, you can take your receiver box out, and then what you do is you got to take it apart. So you do split it in half, and then you take some conformal coating. So it comes in different different bottles and things like that, just like this one or the one that John Martin was showing.
Yeah.
And then it's just like it's the same thing as fingernail polish. It's almost the same thing. And then you just put it all over your board, wait till it dries, put your thing back together. And then even on the pins, you can put them pretty much anywhere because
Except for the pins. The
yeah,
pins
You have to take it apart though.
yeah, you do
Yeah,
have
it's
to
not
take it
that
apart.
Yeah, I'm
difficult.
not
It's not that
good.
difficult.
I'm not good
Not
with.
You take four little screws out and the case splits depending on which.
That's it.
Yeah, it's either 4 tiny little screws to take off, or it's little pins on the side that you got to pop up.
Okay.
If you don't like doing that, if your screws are stripped, what you can do is actually use shoe glue, put it in a hole, and then put your screw in.
Screw
Wait
back
till
in
it
there.
dries. It will redo the threads. Or another thing I use a lot is actually use CA glue. If you put CA glue in your hole, and
Yep.
put your screw in the hole, wait an hour or two, and then you can take your screw out and then put the cap on. Do not
Okay.
put the cap on and then put the CA glue, because then you'll glue your cap
Glue
to
the cap
the,
to the top. Okay, yeah. Okay.
so you
yeah,
gotta fill the hole, put the screw, and then when you'll unscrew it, you'll hear the screw go snap. It's gonna just break the glue, and then
Yeah.
the thread, you're gonna have new threads of glue in there. Yes, it's not as really strong as plastic would be, but that's why I'm saying if you use shoe glue, it can fix your thread in there.
the shoe glue is more rubbery.
Yeah.
Your best bet after you take it apart, you might as well get the coating on there.
Yeah,
and
I've
have
taken
peace
it
of mind.
apart 3 times because of all this stuff, and I got to do it again because I got to put a wire coming out for the cooling
But
fan.
for
Oh, yeah, so-
$9 or $15, I can't remember what it is. I think it's about $9. Get a new receiver box. You get a new receiver box. You get a new seal. You get everything with the little tiny receiver
I
box.
was going to
It's
get them
access.
clear ones.
Yeah,
blue
and
clear
then you
ones?
just put that
Yeah.
on there, and it's so.
But-
Probably start it all over again.
So if the receiver is able to come out, you got to do both sides. Do not put any of it on the pins. It needs to have a connection. You just need to go where the pins connect to the board. You have to make sure that's covered there, but not on the pins themselves.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd be careful with that, because you need, like, even with the cooling fins on it, you can't do that either.
Yeah, you put it everywhere where there's electronics, and
Yep.
you just put it on there.
Yeah.
It's pretty easy to do. It's not that hard. I think I got a video on that on my YouTube channel.
A lot
But
of
it's-
people
it's-
do, actually.
Yeah.
Well, the problem is I'm going to strip some kind of screw. I always
But now
do
you know how
that
to fix
crap,
that.
so-
Now you know how to fix that problem.
Yeah. Yeah.
But since it's apart, you might as well get a peace of mind and make sure it has double protection.
Yeah.
I think I'll jump in on the waterproofing. As most of you guys know, my trucks all swim like crazy in water.
Yeah, I know a lot
Looks,
of people do that.
looks like RC Mass Master is doing the job of Nightbots. He's giving shout outs to everybody. He's putting their links. Plasti dip, that's another option.
And I just happen to have the Willys here because I just redid the Willys radio.
You just redid the Willys radio.
Yeah.
That's what
Put a
I
hobby
used
border
to
in it.
use. I used to use Plasti dip and also electrical liquid tape. That's what I've
You
used
just
also.
you just dip the whole receiver right in there, right?
You dip the whole
Yeah.
receiver.
Right in there.
But you still
Yeah.
don't want it on the. You don't want on that. Still don't want it on the pins. You need
Yeah,
to
you
have
just-
You
connection.
dip
Hold
everything all the way up to the pins. All the
As
way
you can
up to the
see,
black.
everything's plugged in already.
Right.
Everything's plugged in
And it's with extensions,
with extension. Yeah.
so I can unplug it. Here's the winch controller.
Mhm.
That winch controller was dipped 5 years ago. I also can forearm coat the boards inside.
You got like triple protection or double protection.
Well, what I do is I do the boards, but even if you didn't want, this is the one that came out of it. And I stripped all the plastic coating off. Receiver's fine, the radio died.
Spin Rush is about to show us some pictures.
Mhm.
Hearing them.
But
He's learning how to use this. He's learning how to use the system pretty good now, Frank.
but
Cool. So
I
you got a
coat the-
couple different options. You can get
Yeah.
yourself some Plasti dip. There's another product I use. It's called the electrical liquid tape, which is almost the same thing as
Plasti dip.
Plasti
Yeah,
dip.
I got some liquid tape. That's what I liquid tape my solders when I had to solder the new lead on there.
Yeah.
Hey, believe it or not, there's also an epoxy that I can't find that can do the same thing.
Yeah, but the problem with an epoxy is that it becomes hard and brittle. With Plasti dip or liquid tape. Plastic is easier to take off.
I
The
just wanted to
electrical
add-
liquid tape is very hard. It really sticks to the cable and it really sticks to the product. The plasti dip, you can remove it easier. It strips easier.
Frank, he needs a little help, it looks like.
Who needs that?
Spin rush.
For what?
He's
He's
trying
wanting to show-
to send us pictures or something or other.
Yeah, I was just trying to share some pictures with you guys. I was trying to put them in the Zoom chat, but for
He's
some
got to
reason I
enable
had a
the
little-
sharing part of it for you.
You should be able to share a screen and share your screen. I did enable it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's just on the bottom. There's a green arrow. Hit
Yep, I
share
see it.
screen and then share the. You can even actually share an application, and then
Okay.
it goes directly to that application.
Okay. Yeah, I was just going to share with you guys some of the pics from the project that I told you guys about last week, and I'm sure you'll
I
enjoy
did
these.
sub
They're
to
very,
you.
very, they're very, very pretty.
I
There we
did
go.
sub to you. I did sub to you, by the way, Spin Rush. I found you.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that.
You're welcome.
Okay, let me see if I can share screen.
Oh.
Here we go, gentlemen. Yes. Isn't that pretty?
Cool.
Yeah. Can you guys see it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
So you're gonna have fun at the race.
yes. Getting ready for 110s and indoor carpet at the world famous Yatabe Arena.
Okay.
And this was my first 110 kit build, and yeah, it was I enjoyed it. At some points it was a little bit nerve-wracking.
That can happen.
Yeah. Could have dropped the Savix in there.
They're really big in Japan, right?
Yeah.
And RCs.
Associated, yeah, they're popular.
Well, I mean RC just in general.
Oh yes, definitely. Yeah.
Aluminum
so-
pieces. It looks like you got new aluminum pieces too, or did it come with those?
Yeah, all of this is standard. All of this is
They gave you
standard.
some
The
nice
only
aluminum.
thing
Quick question: do you get a lot of Chinese knockoffs in China?
I mean, Japan.
In Japan?
in Japan, I mean, not really. No, I don't really see them. I
Yeah,
actually have
there's-
one of those little WL toys. What was it, 144001?
I
Okay.
have that
And
car.
it was
I
kind
have
of
that
hard
car.
to get that one. Yeah, I bought it, just to mess around with it.
It's
But
quick.
no, I don't see that stuff on the shelves.
Okay, cool.
It's quick though, isn't it? It's like a 30+ mile an hour car right out of the box. It's quick.
Yeah.
Now you're
It's
gonna use
it's
the
a fun
shocks that
car.
came with the kit, or you're gonna upgrade them?
Oh, I'm gonna first start with the
Yeah.
shocks that came with the kit. Just testing it out standard. Once we actually shake it down, I definitely want to start there before I start doing hop ups.
Those are actually really good shocks to begin with. Just make sure when you're building them that you blueprint the piston and make them real smooth. Even if they come cut off of a tree already, there's usually curves on them still, and you smooth that off and it'll be so much better.
Oh, also, if you ever get into a clay track, you could practically have bald tires. That stuff gives you tons of traction.
Yeah. I like the way that they put these shock tower guards here in this kit. That's something really nice. They also have them for the rear. It's not a full cover. It's just like on the edges here.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a really nice touch. I mean, obviously, when you're running, the old way was, I was taught like with these carbon towers to put a little CA glue across the top, before you even start to run it, just run it all the way around to stiffen it up a little bit. But now having this on top, it's just that added extra protection is really good.
Mm-hmm.
And I like the aluminum pieces on it. They were really well milled.
Oh yeah. This thing is a piece of art. It really is. But again, it was stressful at times, especially doing little things like this, I just trying to imagine someone else who's like starting out for the very first time building one of these team kits. Yeah. It's like, especially these sway bar arms right here. Like, oh God, really, really small pieces, easy to lose. Okay.
And you got
Anyway, I just wanted to share those pictures with you guys.
No, cool. Thanks.
Yeah,
Cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
These not spin rush, KBRC. I just did my winch controller, and this one is actually just conformal, so it is kind of shiny.
Right.
This one just has conformal coating, and I'm just gonna put it in my little kind of sock, and I'm going to put it back on my truck, and then it's going to be waterproof.
I probably should do that to my crawlers too, because they're in the water a lot.
Well, that was the whole point of crawlers and trail trucks. They were getting wet and muddy.
And I got my Father's Day gift.
And it's not
What
even
did you get
Sunday.
for Father's Day?
It's not even Sunday yet.
So this is what I ordered. I ordered a FPV camera, which is 700 line. I think it's a good one. It's a nice one. And this transmitter. And I was going to get goggles, but instead I got a 7-inch monitor. What's nice with this monitor, it does have a battery, so it runs on battery. So it's freaking hard to open.
Can you film off that tank?
Yes, there has an
Chip
AV
in
out.
it?
So it does have an AV out. You can send it to a recorder. So it's a nice little monitor. I just turned it on, but the camera's not on right now. Camera runs up to 4S, so I can put up to a 4S, 2S, 3S, and 4S on the camera. So it's a nice little system, and I'm going to be putting that on my crawlers.
You know what? You're going to be making like movies with that thing. That'll help you like make movies. Frank.
Yeah, I could. Yeah, onboard footage and things like that.
Yeah, onboard footage.
Even have the camera outside to watch the wheels move up and down like they do in actual cars when they video them.
So last week I was talking on about this, and I did pick it up. They ran out. They have no more right now, but it was actually 80% off. So this is the monitor I actually got.
Wow.
So it's a nice little monitor, and it's got 40 channel, 2 inputs.
And there's a sun blind
Oh,
on
that's
it.
good.
So I got it because I want to set it up on the table when I do events, set it up on the table and with a truck there, and people can actually try FPV on the trails using this setup. So I'll have a donor truck that people can actually use.
Have you figured out which donor truck you're going to do?
No, I'm not sure yet. So here's the camera, and I went with this camera because I wanted the camera to be separate, so it looks more like a head. And all the other ones were built in. Yes, like it was built into this, and then you had the camera attached. But I found it too big and too bulky, so I wanted something that looks small, and I could hide this somewhere else in the car and not be visible, especially the antenna.
I hope you can put that little camera on some type of servo movement so it can look out the side
that's
window,
my idea
the side
also. I
windows,
want to
back
get a
windows.
PTZ. I want to get a PTZ camera, little tiny servos, and actually put a sensor somewhere like that. You can actually look around.
Like you would in real life if you're driving a
Yep.
car. Hopefully it has a good stabilization too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I don't think it has stabilization, but hey, we're talking about a crawler here. They don't go fast, and there's not a lot of vibration on those.
We
A
don't have
basher, that's a different
stabilization.
story.
I'm very unstable.
We're all unstable because of the hobby, but we also use it to stabilize our mental health.
FPV on a drone or on a plane is cool, but on ground-based vehicle, I nearly lose my lunch. Oh, really? Me, it would be the other way around. On a drone or something, it's going so fast and it's flipping. I guess it's not the same when you're watching it and when you're driving it, because you don't know when it's going to start rolling. So to me, that's what makes me sick, is you're watching that and also you
Car
just see the image.
sickness.
I get
Like
sick
car
either
sickness.
way watching FPV or trying to do it. Doesn't matter ground or what, if I'm doing it or watching it. I
Oh, yeah?
can't do it.
Oh, yeah?
That's why gimbals are really good. Gimbal stabilization.
That's why I decided to get these two kits. Like it cost me, I think it was like $90 Canadian for both of them, and I got geez, that's a nice little gift for me. Under $100, like I can't go wrong just to try it and play and have fun with it. So it's gonna be cool.
In like Flynn, as they would say.
Yeah.
Well, I definitely think that the video content whatever you get from that camera is really going to enhance your videos that you upload as well. I think
Yep.
people enjoy that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it makes it for different footage and different perspective of view and all that. So that's kind of interesting.
I need one something like that for the van.
Okay.
Have the inside of the van and the interior and looking out. That look
What
pretty
what
cool.
van are you talking about?
I got the Proline rock van.
Oh,
Cool. Anybody see what Proline came out with today?
Yep. The new mistake.
Anybody like it?
the new mistake.
Yeah, that's why I call Mustangs.
Oh, okay, yeah, because it's you either Mopar or Chevy with you.
I will admit, I do like the 67 Mustangs. A buddy of mine
Yeah, I
has
like
a
that.
knockback.
With the fastback like this is nice. This is
Yeah.
nice.
That looks very nice.
But
But that picture right there looks a little cartoonish to me.
Yeah,
It
it's
doesn't look
the
proportioned correctly.
yeah, the fenders at the back, they're bigger than
They're
what
longer. Yeah. Well, they got them big wheels
Well,
in the back. So
No, I mean, it looks like back in the 70s, if any of you remember the old Zingers.
Hmm.
It reminds me of that for the way that picture was showing.
I don't care. It just looks mean.
It does look mean.
technically, yeah, technically
That
it makes
looks
it
good
like
right there.
they enhance the fender to take in the tires, so they probably widen it in
I'm
real
not-
life. That's what they're doing.
I'm not worried about that part of it, Fred. They do that on real cars. I'm watching that
Yeah.
right here. There's a
I know you
Arrow
need that.
ZL1 right there. They
I
got
like
big-
that with no spoiler.
Yeah.
No fin on the
With
back.
no
that
spoiler,
looks,
yeah.
yeah, that looks really nice.
I mean, stretching the wheel well is one thing, but just the angle of that one shot made it look cartoonish.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't know that the Mustang. I mean, I've seen these Mustangs a lot because I go to cruise nights. I was just at a cruise night yesterday. I remember this nose being slanted up front.
That's more of a pro mod style.
Yeah, like I said, the drag body, so
Oh,
it's gonna be a little different.
Yeah.
It's pretty slick. I'm looking at it on screen and also on my iPad as well.
Wow.
This car looks great. That's a great body.
But one thing I find is with the advertising that they're advertising right now, they did not put the body post through. And it's just a mock-up. So it will have body posts sticking through these.
yeah.
So it does change the look a little bit. So one thing that I'm not too happy about, it does not have real light buckets. Most dragsters do now. All the new ones that just came out with Traxxas and Team Low C, and I don't think the DR10 does, but the two newer one, they all have nice lights in the front and the rear. But this,
That doesn't have a mask for the headlights, though.
no, I don't think
Yeah,
it does.
Like that silver chrome look.
'Cause- Well, no, just the mask for painting behind. Because if you mask it off, you can make your own light bucket for it easy.
Yeah, but not
that body,
everybody
that'd
knows
be
how to
really-
do that.
On the what's included tab, it just says window mask. It doesn't say anything about the lights.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
here-
can see right there on the sticker
here's my
sheet,
own
they
set of
got the
masks.
stickers for the front headlights.
This is based after an actual person's Mustang. It looks like it actually races.
Yeah,
probably.
I've seen a few that look like that. But yeah, no, stretching the wheel wells, like I said, I'm watching them. They do it on real cars. So that's something you do need to do at times. To
I
clear
like
Hey,
them Novas too.
The Nova's good too. The Nova looks good too.
Mhm.
Yeah, I like that Nova.
Keep
But I like
scrolling,
the
Tank.
Malibu.
I look at
better.
a Chevy, the Challenger.
I like
Oh,
the
that
Malibu.
one. The other one looks like an old Malibu.
That is a boo.
It is a Malibu, yeah. Malibu
Yep.
here.
Then you got the Supra.
Yeah, the Supra is new
And then
too. That's something new.
The Camaro from the 80s.
There's
Yeah.
a Corvette,
Gen 3.
There's the C7 body.
and there's the
And that's
Octane.
them are the two bodies I have right there, the C7 and the Octane.
Okay,
Yeah.
And Volkswagen looks cool.
Yeah, the VW is cool.
yeah, that's another
Everyone
new
made
one
a
that just came out.
major deal about that. Delta Plastics had their version of that drag version like 2 years before that even came out.
What's the other one? Is that a oh, it's a Sugar J Pro Mod, but it's based after a 50s car?
Yeah, it's based on a Henry J Pro Mod.
All the bodies look fine for that type of usage.
Oh yeah, just I wish they had them like that, but a little wider overall so we could use them in our bomber class racing.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah,
all too narrow. We can't use them.
Yeah, they're all bandit width.
RC Mass Master says it's easy to mask lights.
Yeah, that's what I said.
agree with you. It's easy to mask the light. What's not easy is finding buckets to fit a particular light size on a car or on a truck. If it's square lights, if it's round lights, and all that. I know that there was a company that had it a little while ago, that a bunch of different things. But then you got to make sure when you drill it out or when you make it, it's going to be for 5mm or 3mm. So you do have to be careful. Those are the little tiny details. Is the light buckets to actually install it. Masking lights is easy, or masking an area is easy.
Is it my
proper bucket?
Isn't it my imagination that they actually, on the actual cars, they actually do have the lights on?
All
When they
depends on
race?
what kind of car it is.
Usually a dragster, a professional dragster, will not have lights. They might have
Yeah,
brake lights, but not front lights.
Yeah, brake lights
Well,
probably.
they rarely have any lights on them for the upper classes. For sportsman type classes and all like that, even with the rails and all, they have to have a light on the back so they can tell when the car is going down the track at night and where it is.
The pro mods would have lights.
Or if you go with like what I'm watching here, Rocky Mountain Race Week, there's guys running 7 seconds with street cars, and there's full lights, horns, turn signals, everything. So
Ethan Bone is asking, didn't one of you guys on the panel make light buckets out of bottle caps? Not me.
yeah,
You did that?
yeah. I also made light buckets out of the little pill blisters.
Okay. Pill blisters, yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah, I mean, you can use that.
Yeah,
For
why
something
not?
like the Mustang there, making those light buckets out of some styrene would be real easy.
And this is the other thing that came out. Some people say
That's kind of cool.
Supposed to be a Gurkha.
some people
Look at
like
those
it,
tires.
some people don't.
Does
It
Proline
does
make
look
those tires?
weird. The front end looks weird. I find that they really screwed up on this paint job. This paint job does not give this justice at all.
I don't like the bed of it.
I'm just
Front, but I
curious.
don't like the bed.
Front end
Yeah.
does look weird.
What's the name of those tires from Proline?
These military tires, they're written on the bottom. We'll check them later. But yeah, the bed here,
they've been available for a little while.
like why this hump at the back? It's maybe for the shock tower right here.
Yeah,
But they could have done something else. But yeah, I agree
like
with
a
you.
toolbox decal or something.
Yeah, a toolbox, make it like a military box or something.
Or a
ammo
tow
crate.
truck,
Ordnance
or a military
box,
tow.
Yeah.
Military tow box for towing. You could have used it for a tow.
ordnance.
Yeah.
But it does look it to me, with a nice paint job, a military camo paint job, this truck would look nice.
Oh, it looked great.
What type of chassis? What chassis do you think that's on?
That's on a TRX4, isn't it? No,
A
that's
CX-10
CX-10
3.
I was gonna say it looks like an SE, or it looks like an axial.
They do say
Just by the-
Yeah.
Element, Enduro, the Extender,
Yeah.
and
SCX-10
anything
and 3.
12.3 wheelbase crawlers.
SCX-10,
So the
2 and
12.3
3,
crawlers.
the
So it'd work on
Ascenders, the
anything,
Element
basically.
Enduro, or other crawlers that are 12.3 wheelbase.
I got a new body for my Enduro. It looks a little bit better.
I like my van better.
You know, I'm surprised you don't own a Kyosho Mad Van. If you like vans, for something with some speed and to jump a lot.
There
I
you
was
go.
gonna get that or the Stampede, and I decided to Stampede.
There you go, John.
I thought they had the tire spec on here a little while ago. I saw that what military tires they were using.
Are they decent for
Related
rock
products,
crawl?
maybe? Down farther? There you go.
There you go. There you go.
No,
Here's
those,
the
those are the Hyrax,
Hyrax, yeah, them are good tires.
That's
but not the military tires. I know I saw it a little while ago.
would they get decent traction they had on that military truck on rock crawling?
Those are decent tires, yeah.
For rock crawling?
Yeah.
They got a thick carcass to the block. So therefore, it could definitely grab onto anything that was sharp edged on the rock.
But here's another tire that they came out with today.
What's the name of that one?
The
Terrain?
trenchers. A lot of people
Oh, the
like the
trenchers.
trenchers in 1.9, but
You
this
wanna
is
know why?
actually the 2.2 one.
Yeah, it looked small. Oh, 2.2, that's big. Sorry.
Yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah,
are the
you-
2.2s, which are much
They
bigger.
got a lot of
Yeah.
sipes on it. They got a lot of sipes on it. It's going to get good traction.
Yep.
I like the trenchers on the mini E-Revo that I had.
Okay.
Those would
They're
those
a
would
good
do well
tire
in the
all
snow.
around.
Those would also do well in the snow.
Yeah, I guess. When it snows and it's cold, I stay inside. I don't even bother going outside.
Yeah.
Well, you're
Especially
not
in
like
Canada.
the Ivan guy who lives in Alaska.
So what else you got to do on like XCX 10.2 to put 2.2 tires on? Yeah, other than cutting the body out, you got to do any
No, you can put
mods?
2.2s on it as long as you don't get body rub. Some people like.
Yeah, you got to get the cut to cut the body out more.
But no, if you want more clearance, you put your high body higher, or you put longer shocks. You put because they usually come with 90mm shocks. You can put a little bit longer shocks, but you do have to worry about your links
Right.
when you put longer shocks. So you do have to be careful. So Randy, how's your arm?
I took the cast off.
Took the cast
Yay.
off. Oh,
How's your arm feeling? If it's the cast off, it's still a little sore,
Oh, it's a lot sore.
but it's better.
Oh, it is better. It's supposed to go in on the 28th to take it off and have them look at it.
Did you
do
take it
have-
off with the Dremel tool?
No, actually, I got diesel fuel on it, so I had to clean it out, and then I gave up and cut it off.
Oh,
I do have a temporary one that I can put on when I'm doing stuff.
okay.
Diesel fuel would have really softened up the blaster.
Yeah.
Oh, just
Well, the
speak forever.
fiberglass one.
Ethan says 2.2 equal training wheels. Yeah, I agree with you.
right.
People like the 1.9s and 1.55s and 1.75s. That's what people
All
like.
depends on what the vehicle is you're running them on too.
Yeah, but when you have a class of 2.2 in a competition, you got to run the same thing everybody's running in that class. So you don't have a choice of running it. But when you have a guy with smaller tires that follows the 2.2 trucks, that's funny.
I've seen that.
Well, it's even funnier when my class 1 tow truck passes 2 tire trucks.
Oh, yeah?
What size is your Willys Jeep back there?
That's a 1.6 Willys. It's on 2.2s.
Oh, a lot of people like that model. I hear it's a really good model.
Yep.
Yeah, it's a 1.6.
really
It's
good
much
looking.
bigger, but it's nice.
Well, I just saw an old Willys, one of the last Willys at the show, and it's a very small vehicle. It's very narrow.
Yeah.
I think you have Ken Barbie dolls in there, the size of a Ken Barbie doll, I think.
Those are
pretty
10
much.
scale humans. Those are 10 scale humans.
I'm asking Randy, Brad. It's a 1.6 scale Jeep, so
They probably
Oh,
fall out.
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
Is
Jones.
that Indiana Jones? Yeah, I was just gonna say.
That's
is that
Indiana Jones.
Yeah, you gotta keep that out
That's
to
cool,
Harrison
man.
Ford.
That's cool.
And it's got a bunch of scale stuff.
Yeah.
bunch of scale stuff. Now Randy has jumped that thing, has tumbled down cliffs, has done a whole bunch of
But-
stuff.
No, it's on a GCM skeleton.
It's on the GCM skeleton, yeah.
Yep, I see the metal axles.
I
Yeah.
remember.
Yeah. Love the
I
rust.
remember
man.
when you built that thing.
Actually, Craig Thompson built that originally.
Magnified says he likes your FJ Cruiser there in the corner.
Yeah.
Looks pretty small to me.
I'm surprised Magnified isn't in here today.
Yeah, I
I
want to
mean-
see that Chevy back there too. You got, if you don't mind, that gray one.
And looks like Kevin Gibbs bought 40 millimeter shocks for a secret build that he'll never finish.
That looks like a you know what.
It is.
CCO2?
CCO1.
DCO1.
TCO1.
I'm looking between two screens though.
Man,
Which
the
other
we
one
see
do you
that-
wanna see?
The truck, the gray truck.
the gray truck behind you. That CCO1 looks so small beside your 1.6 Jeep. It's just crazy.
Are you talking about this one?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's getting
That looks like
worked
a
on.
drag truck. That's a drag truck.
Yeah.
It's a building process.
Yep.
It's actually on a C-Max.
Is that 3D printed?
Nope.
No.
No,
RC
that's
four-wheel drive
the
laser.
RC four-wheel
RC
drive hard body.
Oh, okay.
I'm kind of cool. It's kind of cool that the body fits pretty good. The wheelbase.
There's the Sen.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now the rails on those are plastic. I heard. The rail?
Metal.
Now that's 1/10, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
1/10.
The chassis
like
rail
three-
are metal.
And there's like 3 shaft long. It's like the shafts are 3. There's 3 shafts to make the length of the whole drive shaft.
How long is the
Randy.
wheelbase on that thing?
Randy,
17.6.
17.6 wheelbase. Wow,
Yeah.
crazy.
Randy, what brand wheels are those?
The dualies,
Yeah.
RC four-wheel drive, the OEMs.
Okay. All right. No,
When-
'cause I
when-
wanted a set of those for one of my semis, so I couldn't remember who made those.
When do you use the CC01?
When nobody's watching.
Oh, you got it for some reason. But you got it for some reason, Randy. Obviously, something you do something with, or you wouldn't have bought it.
It's something for the tow truck to recover
There you go.
because it gets stuck everywhere.
Are the diff locked on
the
that thing?
board.
Both diffs are locked.
Oh yeah, you still get stuck. Well,
Well,
that's
yeah,
that's major
doesn't-
tiny tires, though, eh?
Oh yeah, tiny tires.
And they're 1.7 wheels.
That dually looks like it's an 8-point turn instead of a 3-point turn.
Actually,
Yeah.
that
Turns pretty
No,
good.
you can't magnify.
it turns really well. I'm actually surprised how well it turns.
And you know what? It would be a decent trail truck, wouldn't it?
It's like a really long TF2.
Magnified says, "Can we see AZ Froggy's Chevy?"
Yeah, I told him no.
Oh
It's just,
yeah, there he goes. No mag.
I just got the new body for that. That's the Enduro chassis.
And
That's
it's
just-
on a and it's on a what?
That's
A
nice.
2000. The body's what, a 2000. That's the 2010 body.
7 to 8 because it's 2,500.
So it's an
Those shocks look
0708.
real good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's
Can you
that?
get a little bit close up of those shocks? That looks really nice.
Those are factory.
Yeah, the
This
factory
chassis is
shocks
all
from.
factory.
Is that 120, 130 millimeter shocks?
See, because that's the same thing as Team Associated. So
Yeah.
basically, it's they do good shocks. So
Yeah, I recognized
stretched
him
it out to-
immediately. I was like, yeah, I think that's factory team right there.
Yeah, I stretched out to 313 because no other bodies will fit. So I gave
So
in.
Is it a 130, 120 millimeter shock?
I've never measured them, Brad. Whatever they are, factory, I don't know.
Definitely longer than 90 millimeter. I'm sure you could see that just by eyeballing it.
Probably, yeah. Oh, Arizona boy running.
see, my poor body has seen better days, but it's getting old.
My Forerunner
cracked and
body's for sale.
scratched.
I just got a hard body Jeep Cherokee 2 days ago. I'm working on it,
Oh yeah.
cutting it all up.
I'm surprised someone doesn't. How many people actually have Jeep Wagoneer bodies for their crawlers?
Hey, Curtis D. Jeep Wagoneer. I know a couple guys. They're rare though. The Jeep Wagoneer.
And then there was the Grand Wagoneer, which was a little bigger.
There's a few out there, but not a whole lot.
They are coming back out with that truck, by the way. So
There's a lot of people that are 3D printing theirs now and actually running them on the trails, which is nice.
Sean, behave yourself.
Is Sean being mean again?
He's being rotten. Dork.
Tank looks like you microwaved his Toyota. Let's just say it is not a shelf queen. It is not a. I've used this thing so much, it's crazy.
I don't have any shelf queens. I use all my cars. I get around to getting to using them every time, all the time. I don't
Oh,
let them
here we
sit.
go.
Oh,
Mullet's
I just noticed that part of his arm is missing on my driver. He's only got one hand now.
You amputated him.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look for the arm somewhere. It has to be somewhere. Oh well. Too many tumbles.
Yeah, or he had his arm out too far and a rock ripped it off.
Probably.
You used that truck for a cushion too one time, didn't you?
That is correct. It softened my
Blow.
my bum, the blow, yeah, when I hit the ground.
I've seen some terrible tumbles even for crawlers and trail run cars. I've seen them tumble 5, 6, 7 times. They're
Okay.
like, oh my God, did it break?
Well, there's when you're on the rocks and you see and you hear your hard body truck tumbling down the cliff, you hear bang, bang, like it's friggin' hard.
Gonna have to remember that.
Yeah, and a Lexan body bounce.
You can't really hear it.
And then you have to worry about the chassis taking damage with the Lexan body.
A little bit, yeah.
You should coin that phrase, saying the Lexan bounce.
Lexan bounce.
Lexan
Balance. They're kind of the Lexan bodies are kind of springy. So it's like a spring steel but with plastic.
Mhm.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with bouncing off of race cars with race cars, right?
No, there's nothing wrong with that.
I bounced
That
off the
happens-
ground the other day. I
That
came
happens
around
in
the
real
corner.
life. That happens
Yeah,
in real
I
life.
just did it the other day. I came around the corner on my trailer and hit the gravel and boom,
Oh, yeah.
knees are all ripped up. You know,
Everybody at the racetrack does that all the time. Like they go in the corner, somebody else is there, and whoop, bumps him
Whoop.
off, and whoop,
Yeah.
there he goes.
And you see
Oh, yeah.
things fly off the car.
And people get mad at each other. Right? Why did you push me off? Or didn't you see I was coming? And blah blah. I go.
I'm on the embankment and you hit me into the wall.
Oh, come on.
I think it was
Rough-
last
that's
week. There was a terrible crash at my track. Of course, the guy was, terrible manners. He stuffed his buggy on a straightaway, and I just happened to be walking by. It's like, why is this buggy stopped here on the straightaway? And the next thing you know, bang!
bam.
It was like an
right?
explosion, like somebody hit an IED or something. Like, oh, there goes his car. Oh man, it was terrible.
I watched them motorcycle races and the guy wipes out the other guy and then he gets up and punches him in the head. He has a helmet on.
You mean the
Yeah, boy.
You mean like the flat tracks where they have like no brakes?
Yeah, just on YouTube once in a while.
The problem with hitting a car that's stopped, it's the guy that's going fast that's going to get the more damage. The guy that's
Yeah.
stopped there is going to get less damage. It's crazy.
You know how it is. It's like force. If you have 20-mile-an-hour car, a car's doing 20 miles an hour when head on, you have 40-mile-an-hour crash. That's what it's equivalent to.
Yeah, when it's moving.
Yeah, if they're both moving at the same speed, you have to add to those. You have to double what the crash speeds are because they're going at the same speed. Therefore, the crash looks worse at 20 when they're both doing 20. Now, if it was during 35, you'd have it worse. And one car would be worse than the other.
I tell you what, when I was young, my brother was coming up the road and my dad was driving and I was in the back seat and I stuck my hand out and he stuck his hand out and we high-fived each other at 40 miles an hour. And that hurt.
Your hands were hitting at 80 miles an hour.
Yeah.
Surprised you didn't break something.
Yeah. I'm like, ouch.
Louis.
Frank's
got
bringing
my
out one of his
Uh-oh,
toys.
what do you got there? What do you got there?
Well,
You
I got my
something in your hand
Stampede
there.
4x4, a new body. Because this is my old body, which is a Ford Raptor body.
Raptor. Yeah.
So this is my police. I got a light bar and everything like that. I do have another spare one. I'm gonna keep it, but like it's very damaged here where it goes in. I've been repairing this a lot, so I'll probably try to repair it because I like it. It's still not.
It looks good as a police car.
But I wanted to find something else, and I didn't. I wanted to try it. I know it's pretty cheap, but I said I'm gonna give it a try. So I bought one of those Amazon body, and this is what it looks like now.
Oh, I got the Volkswagen on the
Nice.
Stampede. That looks really good.
Really?
Mine's not a
Nice.
police
Now
one.
it's a sheriff, and now it's a sheriff car instead of a police car.
Are those Duratex tires there? Is that Duratex on? Do you have on there?
Yes, they're Duratrax 6-pack.
Right
Those are
behind the
cool.
back wheel,
Aluminum
right
rims.
behind the door. That's where mine's cracked. They cracked all the way up to the back window almost.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
What's the size of those rims?
So I'll try it. Well, these are Traxxas, not Traxxas. They're 2 point. What the heck are they?
2.8.
2.2 and 3.0.
2.8,
Yeah,
that's
those look
correct.
Oh, those are
2.8 rims.
2.8.
Those are
That's
big.
right, Stampede.
Those
There's
are like
10
24-inch rims in real life.
So it looks not bad. I'm debating on putting the light bar back on it, but I think I like it this way without the light bar. So
You know what you could do, Frank? You could put a light bar in the window, because sometimes they have the lights in the behind
yeah,
the
or a
windshield.
little tiny light here.
Yeah, Brad. I was going to suggest the same thing. Yeah, just having it inside with the tinted windows, just having the light just come through the tent a little bit would be
Yeah.
really sharp.
The
And that
problem,
plastic's pretty thick too on that.
Yeah.
the
got
problem
body
is
just
the
like that.
windows are not tinted; they're painted.
Yeah, they're black, right?
Right. Yeah, I mean,
But
Yeah.
And then they got the primer under it too. So
But
you
hey,
wipe
I
that
still have
stuff
my
out.
siren. I have my police siren on here, so and it works
That's
with my
cool.
remote.
They do have a small, short, red and blue light bar you can put in place of your 4 lights on the front there on the bumper.
That's true. Yeah, I could change this to a flashing light. That would make
Yeah,
sense.
they've got a small blue and red one on Amazon. I'll try to find the link for you and send it.
Cool.
hello.
I have my police siren on here, so and it works with my remote. Somebody just came in and has their audio on.
Small, short, red and blue.
Yes,
light bar
sorry.
you can put in place of your 4 lights on the front there on the bumper.
That's
that's
true. Yeah,
That's Mr.
change
Tony
this to
Siggs
a
there.
flashing light. That would make
Yeah, I'm
sense.
trying to
They've got
get,
a
yeah,
small
what's up,
blue
man?
red one on
You make it-
Amazon. I'll try to
I
find
got
the
it on
link
my
for you and
iPad.
send
I
it
need
to
to
you.
cut it off, maybe.
Hello.
Hello.
I have my police siren on
Gentlemen,
here, so-
I'd like to introduce to you my senpai and the person who's been training me for the longest time now, Mr. Tony Siggs, who is also here in Japan.
Yeah, he still has the other audio going.
Yeah, that's Mr. Tony Siggs.
Okay, let me cut this other thing off. Yeah, what's up, man? You make it- I got it on my iPad. I need to cut it off.
I just had muted it. Just make sure you shut off just the iPhone. Keep the audio of the iPhone on and cut off the iPad.
Yeah.
And it should work out fine. Wherever you're using the microphone, that's the one you got to use the audio from.
Yeah, he's gonna sort that out.
Hey,
While he's
CCXRC
sorting
there.
that out, I did look on eBay and I found this multifunction color
You're
flash LED police RC light bar. They've got a few of them here,
Oh, yeah?
but these look pretty good. They actually have a rack for them.
So what's your
So-
name, iPhone?
There we go.
What's
I'm
your name,
Tony
iPhone?
Suggs.
Tony,
Tony
Tony.
Suggs.
Tony
We-
Suggs.
We know a
Yes,
bunch
sir.
of Tonys. We have a bunch of Tonys. We have a lot
Yeah,
of Tonys
I
that
was-
join us here.
Yeah, that's pretty great, man. What,
Yeah,
what's
I just
what's the
renamed
longest
you.
running Tony joke? What's that? What's the
21,
let's see,
22, 23.
yeah. Yeah,
That's what I
Italians
did to
love-
mine,
yeah,
Stampede.
Italy to New York. Okay, what? Look out now, somebody.
Cool.
Yeah, this is my Stampede tank with the cop car. This is the
And a
same
Volkswagen
Volkswagen.
body.
Yeah.
Cool. So did you get that body off Amazon also?
Yeah, it's the same one.
Oh, cool.
I just didn't put the
Wow.
police stickers on it.
A rat ride zombie mobile.
Yeah.
Zombie apocalypse vehicle.
But you
Cool.
can see where it rips. It'll rip right out. Take this thing off. It rips right here when you get
Wow.
damage. Cut there. It rips back there.
Yeah, I should
So-
try to reinforce it before. it does it.
Reinforce that. Yeah, reinforce that in spots before you
yeah.
bash on it too hard.
Hey, you want to know something? It's just because a bunch of zombies were crawling at it.
But to tell you the truth, it's
Yeah.
a $25. To me, it was a $25 body, all painted, ready for stickers. To me, that's the cheapest
Ooh.
friggin' body I've ever bought. So if ever it does crack or does break, I'll just get another one. To me, it's like a throwaway body. That's the way I see it.
Even though I like your F-150 police car, that looks
I do
nice.
too. I do too. So Tony, I hear you've been in this industry for maybe a year or two, I think.
Oh man, I've been no, it's been a little longer than that. Let's see. I want to say since I was living in New Jersey when the bug really bit. I was living in Newark, North Newark, but I was touring in a big band called the Count Basie Orchestra. So we were all around the world. So I came along the time when the Associated Mini B was out. That was a perfect travel car that I could put in a truck carry on and charge a few batteries on the go.
Oh, it's too bad. It's too bad
Yeah.
Sharon's in here.
Oh yeah, wow.
We
Yeah,
we have our own musician too.
oh yeah, that's great. Yeah, I've been playing piano. Well, pretty much I've made the bulk of my money playing piano. So,
Oh yeah.
but yeah, the bug hit, and I acquired quite a few cars now. So I stayed with Associated for a while, but once I moved to Japan, then I started being a little bit more liberal purchasing the domestic cars at that point. So I got a few Yokomos and a few Kyoshos and a few Tamiyas also.
Yes. John's like,
Oh, you
I
just
knew
made
John
somebody
could see that
happy there.
smile, John, from a mile away.
Yeah,
You got it. To me, a supporter right there.
So pretty
Yeah.
much, I got lucky.
Cool.
I moved pretty much 15 minutes from Yatabe Arena.
Okay.
So this was the home track of Masami Hirosaka, and he was the one who invited me there. I guess around like 2012ish, no, 2007ish. I got his buggy, the BX something MR4 or something like that. But it was a belt-driven car, and Masami had just won the worlds with that buggy. So that's what kind of got me going to Yatabe Arena and
Cool.
driving on roadside also.
And which cars do you have behind you?
Right now, the Team Associate B6.1 light. These are my carpet munchers. These are,
Okay.
and I have a Yokomo on the other side as my 4DD.
So you
What do
race
you
on
think of-
carpet? You a lot on carpet, or do you do dirt?
Well, I do dirt also. Just Yatabe Arena changed to our carpet track. It used to be primarily a dirt track, but it changed, man. And I was like, yeah. But
Oh, guys, I want to kind of connect the dots here, just to let you know. So when I first started into RC, it was Tony here. Tony here has been my primary friend and coach, getting me, just teaching me everything about it. And so, yeah, he's the man right there. That's my guy right there.
Yeah, well, I had a lot of coaching. I had a lot of coaching and a lot of help. Having Masami as a friend and a lot of other champions like Naoto Matsukura, who else? Hayato. It's a lot of these drivers are serious over here, and I was still looking at it as a hobby when I first got in. It wasn't about me. It was just me trying to find an empty parking lot and dumping a few batteries. But over here, I learned about racing.
You could do both.
Yeah, not really trying to crash nobody. It was a different discipline at that point. But I am happy to say that I was the first to introduce a short course truck to Yatabe Arena. So,
really?
So
yeah.
So those guys all speak good English?
Pretty much, mine. It's a standing thing with all of the Japanese RC companies that if you're a champion, you got to be able to speak English because it's like you got to address. You notice everybody address the world as best as they can in English. All the Japanese drivers. So yeah, that's something that they have to. Even though it was funny listening to Naoto. Like I got Naoto wouldn't go after his third world's championship. I knew he couldn't speak English that well, but to see him with his stock stuff to say, and it was, and he was getting it wrong a little bit, but he was trying. So, but for the most, yeah.
So you know what? One of those did do a TRF run, and he won with one of the Tamiyas with one of their buggies before. I know one of those names did race a Tamiya TRF car.
Yes, I know. See, is it Satoshi? Satoshi used to drive for Tamiya a long time. I met him also. He had he's famous for the blue and pink car scheme. Yeah, he was also, that was when the track was a dirt track. that's when like the B4s were popular. Yokomo didn't have a 2DD at that time, but the race drivers could, they were all driving the B4s at that time. But now, Yokomo has a whole lineup now. I'm trying to talk them into getting to Truggy, but like get a Truggy. Let's go with the 4DD Truggy. But
I also, one of the high grip tracks are clay. You could practically use ball. Yeah, clay. You could practically use ball tires on that and get traction on one of those.
Oh yeah, when we were driving, first we were using Panther tires. That was the home track tire choice. The Panther C's, what some people call the Bobcats. That was the tire choice. But when the traction came real up, people were sanding the tires down, and we were going ball at some point in the wintertime. We used to do that, yeah. But now the track is not a dirt track anymore. It's straight up a carpet track. But they built an 80s style track out back, to still allow the people with the dirt cars to still come there and have some fun. So
I do know some carpet tracks are actually not as they sometimes actually are pretty slick.
Is that like shag carpet, man?
No.
That's flat. That's like a felty type carpeting.
Felty carpet.
Wow, yeah. Well, but Yatabe has, I want to say 3 different types of carpet. They have the black carpet for the on-road cats that's driving the mod classes or whatnot. They have the beginner on-road carpet that's like a gray, like maybe a company like kind of office, that kind of carpet. And then they have the off-road carpet track that's it's pretty much in sections. It's like a lot of squares that have been combined. If a section go bad, they can replace it easy. So
like AstroTurf. No,
it's not Astro. Astro is they don't have. I think they started with Astro when they first got into carpet, when we was using the spike tires with the big separation. But now it's the rear tire of choice for Yatabe now is the Schumacher Cactus.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, they take racing out here very seriously. I mean, when I first came out and I noticed the whole scene and everything, it's like, wow, just the amount of money again that they pour into their projects, their kits and everything. And it's like, whoa, this guy's really serious.
For racing, a good car makes a big difference, especially like a good professional car. But another thing is radios. Which radios do you guys use for racing over there?
Oh man, I'm still old school. I still have my 4PK, and I still have the one I'm using primarily now is for carpet has been the KO, the EX01.
The Fataba's and KO Propo.
KO Propo, yes. Okay. So I'm using both of those. And and Sanyo is like the other choice of the racers. A lot of racers have that. So it's between those 3. Sanwa.
Well, Sanwa has been pretty top for the game for racing because of the response time. I think they're the one that has the fastest response time on radios.
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people are novice. There are some that are the sponsor driver who, that's that cup of tea. But I told TJ that, hey, it's all in the eye of the beholder. Whatever you get used to driving first, you're going to learn that piece of equipment, to the fullest, and until it starts failing you in some kind of way, start halting you, then you move on to the next piece.
You know what I've noticed recently? I just saw someone do with something on the new Reef 500s, which actually produces 565 ounces in torque, is that they're very, very fast response time. They're very, very fast. They move very, very fast for that type of torque.
Wow. Yeah. At this point, when I got the 4PK, I went out and bought like a crazy amount of receivers. So I'm probably going to keep this car for a long time. At that point, that was the most I'd ever spent on a receiver. It's like, wow, I dropped like $600 on this. I'm going to keep this for a long time. And as a result, it's lasted throughout all. It's held up. I've placed the antenna a few times, but for the most part, the radio is still, a viable radio. And
cool.
With it being 2.4, you don't really have to worry these days.
You know what's nice for bashers is the radio links because I got the distance.
Oh wow.
Yeah, the
Yeah,
radio
agree,
links are
definitely.
for distance, Brad, but I don't think they have the response time. It's nice for little bashers and things like that, but I don't know. I'd be curious to see how they actually react on the trails on the race course.
I just know that Spectrum and Radio Link are good for bashers because you got to get distance.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well, Brad, we're also running low-C tenacity DB Pros out here in Japan. I've ordered those from the States, and we run Spectrum. I'm using a DX5C radio,
Okay.
and I think that's pretty good for a basher, as you said. But yeah, great, good stuff.
Yep.
I like their batteries though.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, those smart batteries. People are kind of like they're kind of on the fence about those. Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, what do you guys think?
I like the smart battery because when you first get in the hobby, a smart battery is a good thing for good safety reasons.
Yeah, probably. I have none of them. I have not tried it yet. I have lots of other batteries, and right now I have too many other chargers of the other brand that charge my batteries. And for me to actually start reinvesting into smart batteries, no thanks. No, thank you.
Well,
I don't see the benefit.
Yeah, you saw kind of like me when I was telling TJ about the batteries. I was like, man, you carrying so much, you put so much care in the battery. I said, this battery I've had over 10 years, man. I'm just knocking around. When they changed the LiPo, man, it was like a great, it was like a big step, man, forward in terms of power. So,
and longevity.
As long as you don't go below the allowed amount on the cell, you're pretty good. They last a long time. I've yet to have one to blow up on me. And I drive long time with the batteries, over 10 minutes. If I'm out bashing or whatnot. But
if you're careful with your batteries, even LiPos or any type of batteries, like one of my buddies gave me, I think it was a 5,000 or 5,500 milliamp 2S LiPo. He gave it to me about 5 years ago, and when he gave it to me, it was about 3 or 4 years old. So he says, "Here's a battery. Use it till it dies. It's probably going to be quick." But I went to see him, and then he goes, "You still have that battery?" I go, "Yeah, it works. Like there's no problem with it." But I had to throw it away a couple of weeks ago because it just didn't hold the charge anymore. Well, it charged up, but as soon as I put it in the truck, it didn't have the amperage. It just didn't have the kick. So for trail truck, it ran for a long time for trail truck.
This type of motor on a LiPo will run probably about 30 minutes.
Wow. That's about right.
Show that motor again.
Yeah, I'm using that motor again. That's
got an old school motor.
Yeah.
Actually, it's brand new from Tommy. It's a super stock TZ.
Super stock TZ from Tamiya.
Yeah, it does. It has 26,500 RPMs at 7.2 volts.
Yeah. That's pretty decent. Yeah, I mean, when LiPo and brushless came out, I was still bashing at that time, so I went out and got all the stock up on the green motor, the Mamba Max.
Yeah, that's been around a long time. The Mambas.
Yeah,
we have got to get you on a plane and get you over here because obviously the love and passion you have for Tamiya. We got to take you to the museum over here.
Man. We got to get you over here and straight to the facility.
I would love it. I still have to buy a passport because those aren't cheap.
RC, sorry guys. RC Athlete, I'm sorry I did not send you a link again. I thought you were on the list again, so I'm gonna have to check that because every week I'm thinking I sent him an email, but I didn't. So
Lyle.
Yeah, Lyle.
Lyle's a trip. I love Lyle.
Sorry about that.
Yeah, I'm still new to the whole capturing myself and preparing to release content. So that's next on my list of things to do. So I've started the Facebook page T-Suggs RC.
Okay.
That's my water bottle. It just decided to walk down the stairs by itself. Okay.
Frank, I just sent him the link.
You should get on YouTube like most of us too. That's also another place to go. I mean, it has its
Yeah, I'm gonna make all the names cross platform, so it'll be easy for people. But me and TJ, we got a plethora of tracks to go through that are, some homemade, some dirt only, and they're just places to chill, and you never know who's there. You always see the gas tracks. Futaba has a track that I think I counted at least 16 jumps. And these guys over here, they're disciplined in a way that sometimes I don't like. Yatabi is cool in terms of if you want to start a class. They say if it's 3 people, they'll start the class.
That's easy.
That's essentially what they did with the short course truck when I first got it. But they're trying to do away with that. They kind of frown up at you to bring a truggy out. They want you to have like gas buggies at these off-road tracks or 8-scale tracks. That seems to be the thing, but they're all allowing 8-scale buggies. But the truggy classes has all but died.
One thing I wanted to mention with this mixed panel of everybody has their discipline here. In Japan, there are a lot of these tracks that do have areas for crawlers. I mean, I haven't mentioned it before, but yeah, when we go to places like Sky Hobby, and I think also Tamiya with their place, which is out near Mount Fuji, I mean, they've got an excellent space for crawlers as well. So
there's a guy I watch. There's a guy I watch in Japan. I forgot his name, but him and another guy who's I think well known in Japan, Takahiro, I think his name is. He and this other guy have a track, and there's also right next to it they have an on-road track, and technically they could have a rally cross track if they combine them two, because the on-road track empties into the dirt track, so they could do a rally cross, put rally cars through it, and then put it through their track, and they have 2 different areas they can run, or they can run the whole track if they really wanted to. They actually have a decent looking track, but it's out in the middle of nowhere. But I don't know. They look like where they are. They get a lot of rain in that area that I saw, because sometimes their track gets flooded, but it seems to empty up pretty quickly.
Now, how is the drag racing scene in where you guys are?
Oh, non-existent.
Non-existent.
Yeah, Japan is always behind. I got to say, when the new thing comes out, usually the new stuff that comes out in America, it's usually a year or 2 before it make it. Just the diehards may have it as a collection piece, I guess. But man, it's hard to get a class started. Once they get settled into like their stuff, man, it's like wow. Yatabi is cool because it has all the disciplines. They have the drift track, they have the on-road track, they even have the carpet drift track upstairs for beginners. And their whole facility.
Oh, carpet drift track, that's cool.
yeah, it's one upstairs, man. You can get it. However, they try to meet everybody's needs. And that's the reason why they've put millions. Since I've been here, it's been remodeled twice. And each time they drop, nothing less than $1 million into the remodeling. So,
which drift track is that?
I'm talking about a Yatabi Arena. I'm sorry, I keep saying Yatabi.
Yeah, I know. I've seen it on videos a lot.
That's what I thought you were talking about. So
yeah, it's called Scuba Circuit now. It's Scuba RC, since that's the actual town that is in. But yeah, we have a good time here, man. The weather is great now for a lot of off-road stuff. Our hottest month is August, when it's sticky. When you really got to mind your electronics. But for the most part, June, early July, May, June, this is prime time to be out, doing the thing. So I think I still have some old cars also. I still have, if anybody remember, Mugen's MBX5T.
Yep.
Yeah, that car has been converted to electric, and the last 4 years have been a fun
show them the Escalade. Show them the Escalade.
You have an Escalade?
Oh yeah, this thing is adorable. You got to show them the Escalade.
You also need to tell us how many.
It's a crawler Escalade.
Oh, I like that.
No. It was the first kit I ever put together. This is
tiny thing.
Yeah, this is X-ray.
X-ray, yeah.
Yeah, and I painted the two-tone orange to try to make sure that once it got far away from me, I could see it. I thought.
Oh,
But,
That thing is
except for
so
the
adorable on the
avalanche.
track.
Yeah, this was the first version of Escalade too. If you're Escalade fan, and you don't the lights changed after this year. But
And
yeah,
it's after
I
the
still have the
avalanche
original
body.
electronics inside. Still, I put an 8,000 kilowatt Mamba Max in with the 25, and I've never changed the electronics since I've had it. And this is an over 10-year car.
And I bet you it's
Never-
quick.
Yo, yeah, no, I like how it spools up. It's kind of like a delay with it. It's like a little, like it slips, even though everything is tight. It slips, but the last time I took it out for a serious run, I watched one guy have a smile on his face that was so big. I let Masami, he was soccer driving, and I told him I had to turn the power down. I said, there's no way I could have it full power. But man, it was fun watching him try to control this little bitty car. You know, I'm like, all right, 14-time world champion trying to control this 18 scale monster truck on a 10 scale track outside, you know. So, but yeah, this car's held up, man. I call this X-Ray, they're like the Mercedes Benz car to have, really a luxury car that lasts a long time.
Okay.
So
It's funny. You might get him into the doing races with the small class. There's in Indonesia, they do races with the 14, 16, and 18 scale cars.
Oh, that's great. Yeah, I mean, and I think that's a good idea. That's a good. I mean, but Japan again, they're so into. All right, we got our stock 10 scale. These little cars, we don't know if they're going to catch on. Let's just wait. Let's just wait. So it just take a whole lot of people, man, to show up with the same, spec car, and it'll become a class. I think what the car they're trying to make a new class right now that seems to be taking off here is that the delivery car. It's a 3-wheeler. Looks like a little.
You're talking about the Tamiya dual rider and stuff like that.
Well, I have insider information. Yokomo is planning to release one also. So
I've known that for a while.
Flamingo too. There's a Flamingo too.
So I'm like, man, this little thing. But they're trying their best to make it stock, but with a little changes. Keep it just like Tamiya spec. So look for that to come from Yokomo pretty soon.
So Brad, just a second. Our good friend Sean's RC Adventure, he's usually here with us on the panel. He also does a live show, but he's almost at 1,000 subscribers. So if anybody's watching, the link is here in the chat. So go sub to him. He needs the sub to get up to his 1,000s. So that's pretty cool.
Okay, I just up to the tank RC.
I'm at 25,000. So go sub to mine as well if you're not yet. Please.
You're almost at 5?
25.
Oh, cool.
Oh, you guys are gonna make me start my.
I'm just a little bit over 200.
Wow.
I'm at 207. I'm 207.
Yeah.
I'm 162.
So. I look at it this way. You know how you let that professional driver drive a little one? You know, to them, if that catch on, to them, it's just a new discipline.
Yeah.
Tony, are you talking about these right here?
Oh yes. Yokomo has been testing and tuning one at Yatabi for a pretty good little while now.
Oh,
yeah, I already knew about
it's
that.
It's like metal on the bottom, so much metal it's on it. It's like I don't know what your motor's encased in, but this is like it's a lot of aluminum on the one he has.
It's just in the back right there, plastic. Nothing real fancy.
Okay.
And that's the best looking one too that they have out.
Well, Yokomo, I can tell you Yokomo is going to be well, yeah. I already said enough, I guess. Huh?
I've known about it for a while, so I already know what you're gonna say.
Yeah. So, but that class seems to be catching on.
That's 8 scale, by the way.
Yeah.
You don't want to get a knock on your door and say, "Hey." You say it to him.
Yeah, I better be careful. Might be missing a finger or something. So
yeah. I've seen some of those. I've seen some of those dual riders and dancing riders. They can get them to move real fast.
This thing is quick and it handles really good for what it is.
Yep.
Yeah, but the guy was telling me, I was like, no, why is it so slow? He's like, no, this is Tamiya's spec. They just laugh. Like, you know, there will be those guys who will probably eventually try to make it a mod class, but when you're trying to get a class to catch on, stock is the way to go. Everybody.
And you could get fast 370 motors for them. So
those dancing riders are so popular. I think over our Team GB, they've got just a whole group of guys who are just doing dancing rider builds.
Cool.
I've seen them move out. I've seen them move out definitely over 20 miles an hour. I've seen them move out with those.
Oh, they're pretty quick and they're fun.
Yeah, we had one guy he's talking about. I don't know if you remember seeing him, but this one guy had a drift one. His was drifting. Yeah, drift top.
I've seen those.
It's like,
how
man.
the heck can you drift that though? Because you can't control the front wheel.
Well, no, there's also another one, the tuk-tuk version that they have for drifters.
Yeah.
It actually handles really, really well.
Wow. That's the one part of the hobby I haven't gotten into, drifting. Even though I have a couple of dono cars that a couple guys have tried to get me to get into, but I've always been a grip guy in terms of just like getting around the track.
I just got rid of all my rear-wheel drive drift stuff. I've still got a few all-wheel drive pieces sitting there. So,
what I know of their culture to a point, if something new comes out and it catches on to them, how they are about discipline, it's a new discipline for them to try to challenge themselves with. That is what they do. And that's why it catches on and it goes big for a very long time to them, because discipline to them is everything and anything. Discipline in their culture is everything. You got to be disciplined in everything you do.
Yes.
I'd like to get into that drift later on, but one of the things is like, when it comes to those drift cars, I mean, it's not so much just building the car. It's like designing and painting the car. And if you don't have that skill with the paint or with an air gun, I mean, it's going to be really, really difficult. I mean,
that's not necessarily true. There are companies out there that make stick-on livery styles for you if you want to do that. But a lot of guys, including myself, would do just a street version of a vehicle. I mean, like, I don't know. Let me grab this. I mean,
well, it's everybody that's got their own style. Like do whatever you want.
That's straight Bo Suzuka right there.
Yes, I got that, and it's got just mild graphics on it. Nothing real wild.
Yeah.
But
I like the silver hood with the color. I like the silver overtones on it.
Chrome. But then I'll just bring the body over. This is my landscape maintenance drift truck.
Nice. I like
with
that.
All
bumper
the
comes on
off
off magnets.
Magnet bumper, cool.
So I mean, I bought the thing and it had damage on it when I got it, and I knew it. I got a discount for it, so I made the damage worse. Set the bed so it sits cockeyed, so it got rear-ended. So,
but it's still usable.
I've also got the Hilux right there.
A
bone stock piece. So you don't have to do something like that. You can do the wild paint jobs. I've got a Supra up there that's pink and gray. That was a team color. I've done all sorts of different things as well.
Oh yeah.
But I mean, you don't have to go real wild. You can do a street version of whatever you want to do body wise. Supra, anything.
We do have Lyle that joined us a little while ago. He's been there sitting quietly and drinking his beer.
Lyle, how's it going?
Hey, Lyle, how you doing, man? Nice to meet you.
Hey.
He's like a quiet mouse or a quiet cat in the corner. And as soon as
I don't know if you guys noticed,
you guys really haven't hit a topic that I really know about. As soon as there's something I know about, I'll jump in.
Lyle, that looks like you have a K truck behind you on the shelf there, right in the middle there with the round eyes. It looks like a Japanese style K truck. Yeah, that one right there. The silver.
That's a D12.
Yeah.
Like that, Spin Rush?
Yeah, them are pretty hot now too. Them little trucks.
Pretty fast.
Yeah.
Way faster than I thought.
It is. Wow. Good eye, TJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's got his. I got mine.
but I've crashed it a few times and burned a few
There's another
batteries.
one.
The nice thing about it too, it also
Yeah, Easy Froggy, yours is right. You got one. Yeah. Sorry, man.
Did I take mine out too?
Oh, you got out of the box finally.
Wow, yeah.
They're a blast.
Oh, got the spare tires.
Yeah, it's a blast. I love this little thing.
my digger fits in there too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, that's
Wow.
beautiful. That's beautiful.
Yep. No, I did mine up as the pilot / support truck for my man semi truck.
Yeah, so a lot of the motorcycle hobby guys, they use those trucks to transport their motorcycles around to the tracks on the weekend.
So here's mine.
Oh, shot.
Yeah.
He still hasn't even opened it.
Yeah, yours is a little square, Tank.
It's still in the box. It's still sealed.
Okay.
Still there. The problem is I opened one up, which was a white one. I did a quick review and I tried it on the ground, and then I give it away at one of my events because I actually wanted the silver one. So now I got the silver one. I didn't open it. So.
Man, humanitarian.
Mine, I couldn't leave it alone. I couldn't leave it stock. So when I did mine up, whoop, I put full lights in it instead of just the headlights. So
wow,
it's flashing because I don't have the radio turned on.
Yeah,
I like the battery compartment. The way the battery fits up in there in the back.
Yeah.
It looks nice. That's
right up in there.
some smart design there.
Yep.
And if you get yourself one of those, what the hell is it? Panda hobby trucks. It comes with 2 of the same batteries, so you end up with 3 batteries, so you can go for hours with that truck.
Yeah.
How much did that kit cost you, by the way? Do you remember?
For me, it was under $70.
Yeah.
Under $70.
Yeah.
For us
in the
Canadians, it's
States.
about 100.
I might grab one of
I
those in my
mean-
free time.
They're fun.
It gets up and moves real good. So
Anybody knows this one?
Ooh,
NSX.
NSX.
Mini Z.
yeah, Mini Z.
Yeah.
Yeah, I fell into that for a while too. Seemed like see what I had. The 2-wheel drive ones. That there used to be tracks around. You can go in and drive for like 10. I think you spend $2 for like 30 minutes or something like that.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Akihabara, and there's one track now that's still in Akihabara where you can rent like that kind of time to drive the Mini Z's around. Super Rajicon, man. So you say you're going soon.
Ooh,
Yeah, there's
doggy.
so many 3D printed parts for those D12 now. It's just crazy what they do with those trucks.
oh, it is. It's nuts.
For the D12.
I'm on a page on Facebook, and someone took a picture of a real one and posted it up with the body kit and all on it, and the 4-spoke wheels on it, whole 9 yards. Looks great. I posted a picture of my little one, and it got more likes than the regular picture did.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, they got one of them trucks down here at a body shop in Austin. I drive by all the time. It's sitting there.
Yeah, Japan has a lot of small streets. That's what that's about. All about.
Oh yeah.
I'd love to have a little K-van just for me to drive around to my little bits and throw my cars and all in and be able to get there with no problems.
Yeah. Just like Sean is mentioning, RC Voodoo has a pretty good one of those D12 modified ones too.
Yeah, and the parts on his eBay store for it.
Yeah, RC parts on the eBay store. Yeah. So kind of cool.
All right. I like when we're on these Zoom calls and like because everyone's looking at everyone's background, and I'm looking at Jim RC's. And I saw something up in the left-hand corner of Jim RC's that looked like a Losi. Is that a Losi up there in the box behind you?
It's
Yeah, is that the rock MT Rock Racer? What's that?
No.
What's that in that blue box?
Excuse me.
It's the LMT monster
Oh,
truck.
okay.
Son of a digger.
Yeah.
It's got the front axle is broken on it right now. I'm in the process of putting it back together, but there's the front axle.
Cool.
Yeah, and Spin Rush, you don't want to see what I got in front of me. There's
Oh,
Yes, I do. Yes, I do.
Five
Yes, I
Yeah,
do.
dude,
Yes,
yeah,
I
dude,
yes, I
like
do.
he's sitting at a store. Yeah.
he's got more than I've got. I've got 4 of those racks sitting there, and he's got more than I've got by a bunch.
I only got about
Wow.
60 RCs. That's all. I don't have that much.
Yeah.
There you go, Spin Rush.
Oh, she's a beauty.
Oh, something's missing.
And she got hit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah, she's got a
It looks-
light out on it, and like I said, I broke the front axle. Matter of fact, there's
There's
part
part.
of the front axle on the other one.
You
Now,
got
did
some
you have to
action to
wait?
do there.
Did you have to
What's
wait a
that?
long time for the parts?
No, I have it. I just, like I said, I have it right here. I just haven't
Okay,
actually put it back onto there.
but when it broke, did you have to wait a long time to get it?
Oh no,
Oh no, because everybody's saying that they're waiting for the parts and it's back ordered and all that.
Well-
So
well, the whole thing was I went to a one of these sites that had them, and it was like I said, he makes custom parts for them, so he
Okay.
had some original ones there, and it's one of them sites that he doesn't really get a ton of traffic, so
Cool.
it was readily available, so I ordered it and had it in like 3-4 days.
Mhm.
I just been procrastinating on putting it back together.
Yeah. Listen, guys, I still got some housework I got to get finished. TJ,
Hey,
thanks for inviting me. Spin Rush.
Nice meeting you, man.
Oh,
Thank you
yeah.
for coming
Yeah,
in.
man, I'll come back in, man. Once I get a chance on the next one, this was
Hey.
pretty fun.
every
Um,
Thursday night at 9:30 at night Canadian time, and whatever your time is right now, which is
Friday 10:30 is a start here. Yeah.
okay.
Okay, 10:30. Okay.
Friday.
Yeah, it's
10:30.
12. It's 12:08.
And, yeah, I also have to get to work and do a few things around here. So again, I just want to say thank you to everybody here on the panel. It's always good to see you guys. And yeah, I wanted to get more to the open mic part and talk a little bit about a few other things, but I'll save it for another day. Okay.
Cool. No problem.
Not a problem,
gentlemen.
Thanks for coming.
Well, I
You
need
take
to,
care of
Yeah,
yourself.
good night,
and,
guys.
God
same
bless the
here.
United States of America.
Later.
Later, Skate.
Okay.
Later.
Later, Tony.
All right.
Later,
Take
Tony.
care, guy.
And don't forget, let's make America great again.
Oh, we will. We will. Do RC and lifos.
Make America
so-
great again and start those lipo fires and things like that. Make a nice big
Make America light up again. You mean?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay, my phone has been waiting something. Okay, maybe I have to close.
cool. Well, it's always nice to have new people come in here and knowing what they're doing and things like that. So it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, he looks like he enjoys them racing, man. That's pretty cool out there.
Yeah. It looks like Lyle went for a walk with Molly.
yep, Molly. Miss Molly Dog.
Yeah, it looks like she wanted some love in there.
Yeah.
Curtis D says he broke 2 of those axles and they were on back orders.
Yeah, like I said, when they still are, but like I said, I went to which site did I get them
I
from?
don't know. Tell it because they'll go there too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me look it up. Let me look it up in a second here.
So I go to that hobby shop with that Sidewinder 3 that didn't work, and I was gonna return it at the one I got this one at. And the guy's like, "You can't return it. You modified it." I'm like, "What do you mean modified it?" He goes, "You soldered the Traxxas Stampede plug on there." I said, "It doesn't come with a plug. You have to solder one on there." Oh, that's modifying stuff. You know, really?
Yeah, no.
Yeah. I'm like,
The
what do
hobby
you
shop
mean?
can't say that. You get a hold of Castle, they'll
Yeah.
say, okay, what's going on with it? Okay, this is what we can do. This is what we can't do. They don't say anything about the plug because they know it doesn't come with one.
Yeah.
Oh,
The the hobby shops are both run by the same guy. There's just different. One is in Austin and one is in Leander. And
Okay.
I had to go to both of them. So it's like the one they wouldn't let me return it in Austin, but they let me return it in Leander.
Oh, that's cool.
So I don't care.
So I was at the hobby store picking up a 19-turn steel pinion. I told them it's 08 module. They said the 32 pitch will fit perfectly fine with it. So I have one of those.
Cool.
But
Sometimes they do, sometimes they don't. You got to watch. Depends
it's a
on the
Robinson.
brand.
It's a Robinson pinion.
Yeah, it should be okay, but you just got to be careful. Watch your spacing is the main thing.
Well, actually, it has set spacing from Tamiya where the holes go.
I know that, Brad. I know. That's what I'm saying. You have to watch the spacing, though, because even with it being a set deal on those, if the gear is off just by a little bit in the way it's made, it will have an interference problem.
I thought they were brand specific with Tamiya, like the CC01. You could either run a 16 tooth or a 20 tooth, I think, but it had to be the Tamiya ones. You couldn't go out and buy one.
That's the way it normally is, but sometimes you can get away with the 32 pitch on different ones. I did that on my Grasshopper when I put the 540 can on it, and it does work. You just have to watch. I gave myself a little bit of room. I filed out the mounting hole a little bit so it had a little bit of play in it,
Oh, yeah.
so I could move it just a hair.
I actually have I have Traxxas's on my other two, and it's fine.
Yeah,
Like I said, it depends on the brand of the gear.
So when I went there to go pick up this pinion, I came across a guy who had a bomber. He just got into the hobby and he bought a bomber. I go, well, that was a pretty expensive one right off the bat to use. And he said the steering stopped working on his bomber.
Yeah, typical.
He went to the hobby store. He first went to the hobby store. He bought it for him. Then he went to the one I went to see if they could help him because they weren't. I don't think they could help him at the other one, which was strange. They should be able to help him, but
If he just bought it, it's under warranty. He needs to get a hold of Horizon.
well, maybe the other
Randy.
hobby store didn't tell him that. So maybe the hobby store I go to told him that. I don't know. I wasn't there to finish off the conversation there and finish the conversation with the guys, but. I just thought it was interesting.
Darn,
Even
he
have
took
to-
a
they
drink
don't-
of water. I should have talked while he was drinking some water. I had a chance
I tried to, but I was
and talk and say something.
Okay, the site that I got that from is teamcpe.com. It's Crawford
TeamCPE.com.
Performance Engineering.
Cool. Thank you.
Oh, okay.
What
Yeah,
are
they
we
got
talking about
some good
here?
stuff.
What's that?
What are you talking
Yeah.
about with?
The front axles for the
There's
LMP.
For the
Bigfoot, right?
LMP.
Oh,
Yeah. I mean,
Uh,
Gravedigger. Sorry.
Yeah.
so you think Tony's going to join us again?
Don't know. Maybe it all depends if he's busy. I think he's
All right.
mad at us though, Brad. I think he's really mad at us though, because we took over his Tuesday night. You know, he was live on Tuesday, but I told him now I was taking his spot and actually going live on Tuesday. So I think he's mad at us. So
But that's why he went on Wednesday afternoon.
I know.
I wasn't talking about that Tony. I was talking about our new Tony.
Oh, the other Tony. Okay, maybe he'll probably come back.
The tank, even like Tuesday nights, you'll send out. It'll still be on my email.
No, every Tuesday night I'm talking about Tamiya stuff.
Right.
It's only on special invite right now. It's only me, and Brad and Sang.
Sang
So-
must be
Okay.
busy today. He's with us on this day too.
So if you have something to bring for Tamiya or knowledge from Tamiya, I'll be more than happy to bring you. But I want to keep that show
For
related
Tamiya. Right.
only to Tamiya stuff.
Okay.
If you've ever built a kit, then you're welcome. Build one of their kits, you're welcome.
And Randy, real quick, what are you doing Saturday all day? Are you working, Randy?
Working.
Oh, that's no good. I'm going to the Warsaw Caves Saturday.
I was going to meet up with Trail Critter.
Okay, I start work at 11 o'clock Friday night. I get home around 1 Saturday afternoon.
Oh, that's like more than a 12-hour day.
Yeah. So you're going to be tired by the time you get home.
But I
Hey,
might
Frank.
come up to Warsaw. I
Sorry.
think a little about.
Check the chat, Frank.
Check the chat. Yeah, CCXRC says, haha.
Lyle, what are you drinking today?
Keystone.
What?
He's normal, Keystone.
Keystone
Oh,
Light.
his backup all the time.
Oh,
Normal.
Big and Cool
I figured
RC
I'd
says,
get back on the way home. I figured it was Thursday. I might get invited.
yeah.
Look, we don't know why you're not getting it. It must be some type of transmission problem between the two countries in some way, fashion.
I think I know the problem. The problem
I'm gonna
is
blame the
between-
French guy.
Yeah, the problem is between my keyboard and the chair. That's where my problem is right now.
Hey, Lyle, you know that I got a new car and I had to get it from Quebec.
No, I did not know that.
Yeah, I got my Fighter Buggy RX. They had them in stock because they stopped selling them. They're not reproducing them. And the guy was really nice. We talked about his brand. He's French Canadian, of course. So you hear his thick accent, but you know what? His English was very good. I understood everything he said. So, so he's a really nice guy. And he didn't think his system would have picked me up. He said it wouldn't allow. He thought it wouldn't let me buy it from them, but it happened, and he sent it to me, and I didn't even have to pay the postage.
Hey,
Yeah,
Brad, Tony Brad is actually wrapping a Sticker Bomb 3.0 right now. So
Oh,
if you
cool.
really ask him nicely, maybe he's going to come on here and actually show us what he's done so far. Do you think, like, if we do a round of applause or we beg him or something to come on here, do you think he's going to come in?
Tony, if we offended you, I'm very sorry.
Oh, there you go. You get a sorry from Brad.
That's one thing I would never want to do with you guys is offend any of you.
Big and Cool. I see you have a question about the drive shafts for the Mojave. I believe Teal is making some axles, and I think Vinavon might be
I think
doing
he's
some
talking
stuff
about
too
drive
for the-
shafts.
That's
They
what
make a
Drive
lot of stuff.
shafts
T-Real.
for the Mojave.
Yeah, he's
T-Real's
talking drive
making-
shafts, not axle.
No,
Upgrade dry shaft for the Mojave EXB. Anybody knows?
I
have
just know
no
that
clue.
T-Real's getting popular. I'm seeing a lot of their stuff coming out for a lot of things.
T-Real. What the heck is T-Real?
Real.
T-Real.
Trio.
T-Real.
Oh.
T-Real.
Okay.
They're all over the world. I've seen them being used in Britain and everything. So
Magnified says it's a 10D ID 10T error.
Yep. You
is
know
that why
is,
he's
right?
not here?
Yeah, that's why he's not getting his email. That's why Lyle is not getting his email, because it's a ID 10T error.
Yep.
For anybody that doesn't know that, when you actually read ID 10T, it says idiot.
Idiot.
So I would like to know why Magnified isn't with us in the video part.
I
His
don't
choice.
know.
I think
That's his
he
choice.
says picnic equals a problem not in the chair at the computer. So he's out and about.
Oh, so he's walking around. It sounds like he's outside.
And
Yeah.
Lyle has a question from RC Master he can read.
a mixture of the same shit I've been smoking for like the last 5 videos.
I was just going to ask you what you're smoking.
Red
He
hash,
smokes pot all the time.
and then some Kush. Mixture of red hash and Kush.
You know what's funny?
He's trying to drown. He's trying to drown his pain because Aaron is gone now. Yeah, he's either drowning his pain or celebrating because RC Spark is gone now from Alberta. So
I'm jealous, man. I'm completely jealous. I want to, like, I'm from Ontario and I want to go back. It's just my house is such bad condition because I had a roof cave in like 8 years ago, and I got screwed over by my insurance company. And I had to spend like my life savings on fixing the house, and I haven't saved anything because that was 2013-ish, right around when Calgary got flooded. So after that, money wasn't coming in anymore, so I couldn't really save. So I don't have enough money to sell my house and fix it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's sad. I wish you could find a program to help you, because I know our country has social programs to actually help you with stuff like that. but also I would think it'd be
Probably
cool
are,
if you.
but I'm a little too proud to take help. I'll do it myself. It's just going to take longer than I planned.
Well, it's not bad to ask for help. That's also a sign of strength. If you feel you have to ask for help, don't be sorry to ask for it. But as I was saying, you and Nezo, man, you guys be smoking on here at the same time. You'd be smoking pot together on here because he has his bong and everything, and he got to be going off with your because you be smoking the weed together. It'd be funny.
Crazy, Brad. Crazy.
I don't have to work tonight. So. Well, I have to do some editing. I just got home from a trail run.
Cool.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I haven't posted anything yet on Instagram.
We obviously know that you haven't drinking a lot of beer yet. We can tell.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
Who's with you there?
Brad Craig is his name. It's 403RC on Instagram, and then Smoking Dan.
Oh, I wonder.
I thought that was Dan's truck. So no, it's been too hot here to run anything, even early in the mornings. The other day there, when I posted that bit, 11 o'clock at night, it was still 111 degrees here. We had what they call a heat burst. It's like
I know that's hot, but I don't know how hot.
Yeah, it was very unusual. I mean, right now it got to 118 today here, and right now it's still 108, and it's 8:30 my time.
So
I would say that's between 70 and 90 Celsius. I would assume.
Yeah.
Fuck no, that's boiling water, dude.
Okay.
Just a guitarist, Jack says he could not come in tonight because he's on another panel right now. So he's on
Jack.
another live video.
So AZ Froggy, is it just like over 80s? Not what's the temperature you shouldn't be running in?
Say again.
What's the temperature you shouldn't be running in? Like 80s or?
I personally don't run over about 92, 93.
Yeah, okay.
Now that's also during the day. At night we race during the summers, and we're racing this time of the night, so it's still well over 100 degrees, but the sun's down, so it's not beating on the battery pack.
Yes, right.
I'm just curious. What's the coldest temperature you usually get during the summer? And at night.
Coldest?
Yeah.
Probably mid 80s.
And that means at night it's much more comfortable at 80 degrees.
Depending. Right now we're technically in monsoon time.
So humidity's going up.
It's supposed to be going up, but it's not. I mean, it's
like
111 degrees is 43.9 degrees Celsius. That's disgustingly hot. I wouldn't leave my house. I'd die.
my humidity is only 11%.
So
that's not bad. It's hot, but there's no humidity.
Yeah.
2.41.
I was just telling here in Calgary. I was telling Brett that over the spring and going into summer, we've had into the 20s for humidity, which is very low for this time of year.
Sticky.
Hey, Lyle, I want to ask you a question. Tell me how you like this truck.
My instant thought is no.
That's the new Proline military truck they just announced.
Maybe it's
today.
the color, but there's something too narrowed about the front. Like it's too dovetailed at the front. It should be more square body in the front, and that back. Why is that big?
That's because the shock tower is here, I guess, and they didn't
have a
figure
sticker
out.
or painted or something different color because that just.
Yeah, I know the paint job on it really sucks.
Actually, that vehicle is based on the new vehicles that replaced the Hummer for our military. I forgot the JVCTs or something that they're called.
You think?
I would prefer the tactical body over that body.
I think they really screwed up on the paint job. If they would have done a camo or a different paint job on this, it probably looked better. But does not do it justice.
I think you know what? You know what's another thing bothering me is they didn't put lines where the doors would be.
I think there is kind of, but I know what you mean.
Yeah, I kind of get
That would break it up. That would break it up.
Yeah, you can see them right there.
Yeah, a little bit.
They
Yeah.
should have been painted black.
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah,
Green. I'm a green guy.
yeah.
I heard you there, buddy.
Yeah, I can see this truck with a lot of accessories, like some netting and some
Needs a roof rack and some big ugly pot lights.
yeah,
Nice
some
big
big ugly pot lights and just like
Nice big light bar.
No light
there's
bar. Fuck
so
light
much
bar.
more you can do to this truck to make it look interesting. So
Put a 50 cal on the roof.
Randy's in the
On
dark.
the back. You know?
So they came out. The Proline came out with that a new set of 2.2 tires from the what are they called? The trenchers, 2.2
Yeah,
trenchers,
I've still got.
and also a Ford,
Mustang.
the Ford Mustang.
Hey.
Yeah, the '67 Ford Mustang they came out with. It looks nice. That Ford Mustang looks really nice.
Yeah, I don't like the
Fender in the back.
flare. I don't know what
The
it's
spoiler.
called. Wing. Yeah.
Spoiler, rear wing. But
Everybody
the
might not be,
congratulations
you
for
know,
higher speed needed.
just because you're smoking on there doesn't mean other people do that too.
It definitely needs an air dam in the front. It definitely needs the air dam in the front.
Yep.
Oh, Gurus was at Slide Lines. Are you still in Vegas, Guru? If so, next time you go up there, tell Mike I said hi. Now, here's the trenches I had for the mini E-Revo.
Okay.
And those are pretty big. Those are bigger than any.
It's a
Higher.
2.2 wheel.
Wide.
They're nice and wide, but they're
Yeah.
low profile.
Yeah, very low profile for a 2.2. Yeah.
But they're a great tire.
Mhm.
I've still got the wheels to put them on. I've got nothing to run them on anymore.
Isn't that good in sand? Those tires.
They should
Yeah.
be. What's nice with those tires, they're so low profile, they should not balloon too much, which is nice.
Oh, they do.
They do balloon?
Oh yeah, big time.
Give them more power.
More power.
KBRC, that's what he's going to have to do is hold on the power because his tires are going to start ballooning soon.
Yeah, that's
That-
what
when
they
he-
were doing
when-
at that other one.
When it gets like that, you need to get belted tires.
Mhm.
I just got a watch right now. We had a scorpion in the house last night, and it's tongue was bad on its paw.
Oh, it's too bad you got to sell your house, man.
Yeah, I rent.
Is the dog all right? Is the
I've
dog
had
all right?
7 so far this year.
7 scorpion in your house so far?
Yeah, I just went to the bathroom the other night and turned on the light, and there was a scorpion right where you wash your hands. Like, yeah,
Well, is
baby.
it the one that was really poison? Was it really poisonous one?
They'll make you sick, but they're
Yeah.
they're them yellow orange ones, right? You got the
Spark
same ones.
Yellow,
Scorpion.
orange, black.
Yeah,
Clark.
the black
Yeah,
ones ain't
no.
poisonous.
No, they're not bad. They just
No.
hurt. No, this
Yeah.
one, they got the cat. He's fine. It just you can tell his paws a little tender, but
I bet you he ripped that scorpion a new one for doing that too.
nope. I
Oh,
stepped on it and picked it up with my pliers and took it outside and crushed it.
Yeah, but the cat. I'm
My-
surprised the cat didn't attack it.
He was
No,
licking
he
his
jumped
paw.
about 4 feet.
Yeah. My wife was in the kitchen. She ran one over in the wheelchair. I'm like, look what you just did. You squished a scorpion.
Hello, Tony.
Hey, what's going on?
Hey, we had
Tony.
another Tony in here. We had another Tony in here from Japan.
I saw that.
We're gonna get confused when you're both in at the same time. Like, what are we gonna do?
I don't think we're gonna get too confused.
So, yeah, right. So, why don't you show us your sticker bomb 3.0?
How's it going,
Uh,
Tony?
There's a secret.
There we go. There's sticker bomb 3.0. Great
Yeah,
job,
bunch
Tony.
Bunch of empties.
I
That
didn't
looks
see it. I
awesome.
didn't see it. That it shifted on me. Let me see it again, Tony. I didn't see it. Okay. Hey, remember, I have those stickers
complete
on my
different
little
truck.
crawler. I have those stickers on my little crawler.
Nice. That looks good.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Cool.
that's the typical theme for it.
Cool.
And you saw it first on RC Talk.
It actually looks like he put some types of flowers on there.
See,
Wait.
so you don't have to worry about anybody seeing that, Tony, because nobody ever watched RC Talk all the way to the end.
Okay, there we
I
go.
do.
I'm
I
just
do.
jumping out the end.
Brad, you're
I
here.
do. That's not true. I do, Tony, when I watch you.
Okay.
Well, you should be watching RC Talk, not me. You're watching
Yeah.
everything. My focus won't work.
Oh, I thought that's how you say get out. Get me
hey,
off
Tony,
camera if you're on Zoom.
on Tuesday, if we start talking about, it'd be nice to have you if we start talking about clodbusters and monster trucks, since that's your thing.
That's my thing.
Yes. You make no bones about it, man. That is your thing.
Yeah, I know a little bit about them.
Yeah, you put a battery in it and you make it go.
Yeah. slow.
I sent you a video of RC Kicks using those new reef servos on this clod, that his special clod chassis. Those things move like they move very, very fast.
Yeah, it's more you need for a clod, but
You're certainly going to get response out of the clod.
if he's doing it as a race one, that would make sense.
Did
For
you
sure.
do all the steering mods on your Claude, Tony?
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
And mine
I've
is
trimmed
stock right
them.
now.
I trimmed the knuckles on them, and you can rotate the you can swap them too to get different caster,
Okay.
depending on what you want to do with them.
But the reef 500s, they're like $200 servos, aren't they?
They're 130 bucks.
I would love to have one if I could afford them, because I would love something turning that quickly.
Brad, I told you earlier, you can't afford everything. You just got to put it in the budget.
Right.
If it's in your
Gotta
budget,
choose.
you can afford it.
I don't have it in all mine. The ones I raced, actually, I did the best with didn't have them.
Okay.
That's not the reason, but all my race ones for the LMT I haven't upgraded yet, but my Basher has the reefer on it.
What's nice is they're programmable. You could give it as much torque as you want or as little torque as you want, or make it slower, faster. It's a programmable.
I don't know why you do that though. Just give me all of it. Right?
That's
Back
what
in a
Reef
couple
does.
minutes.
Yeah.
Okay. I called up the hotel room this afternoon because I wanted to find out if the pools are open, because I'm going there with my son to the Warsaw Cave with my son, so I'm going to stay at a hotel. And I called them up and I said, "Is your pool open?" He goes, "No, because of COVID, we're still not allowed to open it." But they just reopened all the public pools, but the hotel pools they can't open it. To me, a hotel pool is going to be way cleaner than a public pool. It's crazy.
Probably a
Not
corporate thing on
necessarily.
their end, not the
Yeah.
county.
Maybe. So I told my son, nope, we're not going to a hotel that has a pool. So now he's kind of sad, but still happy we're going out there crawling. So
Hey, I sent a bunch of you a video of a turkey chasing an RC car. Did any of you watch it?
I've seen that before.
Wasn't that
Yeah.
funny? That thing is funny.
I've seen a summit chasing cows.
No, but I swear I sent it to you too, Frank. It's
Yes, you
funny
did.
to watch a turkey chasing a car. It was funny. And the turkey
I
actually
thought
could
you
move out too. He was running fast.
Uh-oh. Lyle's bringing
I
out
run
the
like
remote.
30 miles an hour.
What, the
Oh,
turkey?
I come downstairs and
Yeah.
bring something with me because
All
He
right.
called it a bush turkey.
A bush turkey.
Yes, a bush turkey. I don't know why it was chasing it. I mean, when it stopped, it stopped. When it ran, it ran after it.
Yeah.
Who knows? Who
Cool.
knows?
Well, guys, it's 11:35, so we're going to start doing the round robin and telling everybody to go. Tell everybody to go. That's it. Tell everybody goodbye. So we'll start with Randy.
Hello. Goodbye.
John Martin.
Thanks for having me, Tank, and I'll see everybody next Thursday. Well,
Cool.
actually, I don't know if I will see you guys all next Thursday. I'll be at Axial Fest. I'll see if I can jump on and see what's going on.
Cool. Yeah, at 9:30 at night. Yeah, you're in the
Axial
West
Fest.
End. West. Yeah, it's gonna be whatever time it is. Yeah.
Well, it's more along the lines of internet.
Yeah.
So, and who knows what'll be going on at 9:30 on Thursday night at Axial Fest.
Cool. Thank you.
know?
Thank you very much. Brad Kalman, go ahead. It's your turn.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you, Brad. It was really nice for you to say bye. Now we're gonna go to.
Are you serious?
What? You said bye. You said thank you.
I just wanted to say I was glad that new guy joined us, Tony. So I'm
You're welcome.
hoping that and Spin Rush. Tony, we always want you here. You know that. And I hope we'll have more next week.
There we
And
go.
join us
Brad
on
always
Tuesday
wants
for-
more.
We
Brad
might have
always
less.
wants more.
John Martin saying he
Tuesdays.
might not even be here, Brad. So we're already -1. Or at least -1/2. Kind of up in the air.
And join us on our Tamiya channel on Tuesday.
Cool. Thank you very much. Lyle, did you say bye? I don't think so.
Yes.
No.
Yes? Okay. I think you were the first one. I'm getting old, man. I said the problem is between the keyboard and the chair, right? There we go. Just sit there and enjoy your beer and look pretty.
Do it again. Telling you need to be in the picture.
Easy, Froggy. Go ahead.
Thank you for the invite, Frank. Thanks everyone in the chat. I know I was in and out of there a bunch tonight. Don't forget that thumbs up on your way out if you haven't already. And stay safe.
Thank you very much. KBRC 13.
Yeah, thanks. You invited me to there, Tank, and you guys just stay safe and
Thank you very much.
that's it.
And it's time for Lyle. Lyle, did you say bye already? I'm toying
I
with
was a little
you.
late getting in, but I'm always glad to be here. I can't wait for next Thursday or maybe on Sean's if he does one this weekend. But
Cool.
bye.
Thank you. Tony CC XRC.
By and by. I'm in and out.
There you go. Thanks, guys. Thanks for joining in and chatting with us in the chat. And too bad I had to kick out Sean's RC Adventure for 5 minutes. I actually put him on timeout today, and everybody blamed it on Nightbot, but it wasn't Nightbot. It was actually me. So
What happened? Why did you knock him off?
oh, he was always doing shut out. He was doing
he's
it
that to
too often.
pick with you. He's supposed to. He's doing that to.
Yeah, I
tinker
know.
with you.
So I put him on timeout for 5 minutes, but after that he was. So thanks a lot, guys. I appreciate you guys coming in, and we'll talk to you next week. And don't forget, go charge up those batteries and go out there and have some fun. Because if you're not breaking anything, you're not.